Welcome back to Butler, Pennsylvania. We are live at the Butler Farm Show at this very special place where we commemorate what happened on July 13th, and we honor the memory of Corey Comparatore as well as honor the triumph of President Trump. It's going to be an incredible day, and I'm Nikki Stanzione, and so happy to be here with a very special guest, Abel Maldonado, our former Lieutenant Governor of California. Yes. And here you are in PA today, bringing the heat. Thank you for that.
Bringing the heat from California, Nikki.
So let's talk a little bit about today, because you know, we talk so much about California. We talk about so much about what's going on, and under Kamala Harris, there were a lot of problems in California. We don't want to see those problems in the whole country, right?
Nikki, look, in California, people are leaving by the droves. Today we're going to have Elon Musk. He left California.
That's right.
Larry Ellison left California.
Yes.
She's telling people, I'm going to tax billionaires.
Yes.
Guess what? She did in California, and they left California.
That's right. That's
so we got to get that message out. Because people don't realize what she's done to California.
Wow.
And she's been hiding. See, we don't hide. Trump's coming here today. He doesn't hide.
And he was actually on that stage when a man on a rooftop shot at him, and he's still showing up, and he's standing strong.
Nikki, when I drove up today, I said to myself, it hit me, right? It hit my heart, and I said, this much, and I wouldn't be in Butler today.
Exactly.
But thank God I'm here.
Thank God.
And he said, President Trump said, God saved his life. Well, guess what? God has now put him in a place to save America. That's what he's going to do.
Well said. I mean, he so often will say, you know, I guess he just knew that I had to save America. And, you know, he really believes in that divine intervention, as do all of us.
Absolutely. When you see him hug the flag, that's not fake.
It's real. It's real.
That's real.
Yeah, it's real.
He's in America. He loves America.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, the other side, the side that hides, they criticize him for hugging the flag.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine that?
Well,
and they want to be president.
Listen, he could, if he had the end-all be-all cure to cancer tomorrow, some people would say, oh, he's doing it for his ego.
100%.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
100%.
And it's disappointing. And so I ask you, because I lived in Studio City for 8 years, so I know California very well. And I have to tell you, I have a hard time because I have so many people who I love and respect and appreciate in LA and in California, and I try to tell them the things that we know, right? And it's just, people are so tainted by what the media perception has been. What do you say to people out there?
Napa, Big Sur, Yosemite, Hollywood, wine, agriculture, the coast. We have it all. Why would somebody leave it?
Right.
Why would somebody leave that?
Great point.
Because the worst government in America. And who's been at the top of that government? Kamala Harris. It's simple.
Yes.
It's simple. So that's why people are coming around and saying enough is enough. And we need to keep fighting. President Trump's a fighter. I mean,
he sure is.
He took a bullet for us.
I mean, literally.
I mean, literally took a bullet, and he's coming back today.
Yes.
That says it all for me.
No fear is the thing. And, you know, I feel like when you think about the cowering about a press conference or an interview, if you're afraid to take a press conference, how are you going to tackle America and our country?
Let's forget about politics, Nikki.
Yes.
Kamala Harris was at a FEMA press conference.
That's right.
Down in the southern part of our country where they had a horrible hurricane, and she couldn't even take a question on the worst disaster we've had this year, natural disaster in America. What does that tell you? She doesn't want us to hear her answers.
No, she does not want us to hear her answers, and that's because she can only go by, you know, we talk about President Trump not just having a plan but having a record, right? Which is what J.D. Vance said the other day. And so when you run on your record, the facts are very simple.
Absolutely.
There's no opinion involved. It's all about the facts. And the facts are California, and listen, there are mudslides, there are fires, there are a lot of natural disasters that happen in California as well. If we face the national disaster like we did on the East Coast this week in California, what would we expect to see? Like we have in the past. Not what we would expect to see under President Trump.
100%. President Trump is down. He's not the president.
No, he's a private citizen right now.
He's a private citizen running for president. And he's been down there in the natural disaster before anybody else several times fighting for us. And you know what they say? Their excuse is, well, we don't want to cause any commotion. That's an excuse.
That's an excuse.
President Trump is on the ground, talking to people, and guess what? That's what people want. They want to be inspired. They want to be helped. Yes. They don't want to feel alone right now. They've gone through the worst of the worst, and there he is down there fighting for them.
Yes.
I love that man.
Listen, I adore him. My parents say, you defend him like he's daddy. And I say, well, I do, because I love my parents very much, but I feel sometimes this allegiance because I truly know he's such a good person, and I feel in my heart and soul that I have to defend him because people don't see the truth often enough.
Nikki, it's authentic.
It is.
The lens doesn't lie. The camera lens doesn't lie. He loves America.
He loves
his people. People need to forget, he doesn't need to be doing this.
Of course not.
He's got one of the most beautiful lives in the world, and yet he's willing to give it all up to give back to this great country of ours.
Well, and
that's amazing.
What can we do to get California back to where it once was? He talks so much about his property in San Francisco and all of the areas where he has such incredible property, but he doesn't even want to encourage people to go.
Nikki, the problem is that our voters have left.
Yeah.
They've gone to Arizona.
Texas.
They've gone to Nevada. They've gone to Texas. They've gone to Florida. Now they're going to Tennessee.
Sure.
They're running away from the worst government America has.
They are.
California. And Kamala was at the top of that.
That's it.
And she wants a promotion?
Right.
Really?
Can you imagine asking for a promotion?
Really? You open the border. You know, they talk about the border all the time. And let me tell you something. The border's wide open.
Yes, it is.
And, you know, they made her the borders are. You know why? Because she doesn't care about the border.
No.
You know why she hasn't gone to the border? She didn't want to see what she caused down there.
That's right.
She caused that problem.
That's right. And when
she don't want to see that.
And when she went last week, it was all photo ops. And you know, Border Patrol actually posted on X about the visit, saying this was strictly a photo op. There was
I saw the photos, Nikki.
Oh my.
She was with 2 Border Patrol officers and nobody else around her.
No.
Why don't you, when President Trump goes to the border, he goes to where people are hurting, where people are crossing, where the ranchers and farmers are having their properties.
The victims.
Yes.
The victims.
And you know what? I'm a farmer and a rancher, Nikki.
Yeah.
And a fence means a fence.
Yes.
And a country with no fence is not a country. So we need a strong fence. We need a strong border.
That's right.
And then, you know, Kamala Harris, she chooses waltz.
Oh,
waltz.
My goodness.
Let me I said I'm a rancher and let me say something. I'm wearing boots.
Yes. Boots on the ground. Yes.
And anybody who wears boots, jeans, a Carhartt shirt, and a camouflage hat, and then puts tampons in 4th grade is a counterfeit.
Yeah, it's not authentic.
Nikki.
It's not authentic.
He's not authentic at all.
No, I lived in Minnesota as well for a few years, and I lived there right after the George Floyd riots.
We need to fight with this man.
Yes, we do. Yes,
He's fighting for us. We need to fight with him, Nikki.
First of all, I love your passion. I love your spirit. I love your excitement for President Trump and your honesty, because it's all about truth.
And I love my country.
Yes.
It's about my country.
It's very evident. It's very
about
evident.
my country.
And I want to ask you this, because today is such an important day. What are you doing? Are you going to be able to talk to President Trump one-on-one? Are you going to have a conversation?
We're going to have that opportunity.
Okay.
I'm going to be sitting up front, obviously. I'm a guest of his.
I know you are. On the guest list.
And Corey's family is obviously more important. And Elon Musk is going to be here.
JD is going to be here.
Yesterday when he put out the list, you know who was at the very top of the list? The family of Corey.
The very first 4 names were Corey's wife and his kids.
And then the others.
And then the other 2 that were shot.
That says it all.
That's right. It was all about the victims, and it was all about the heroes.
That's who President Trump is, Nikki.
It's not about him.
It's not about him.
He's the least selfish person, and I try to say that to people who think he's selfish. I say he's as selfless as it gets.
He's given his salary.
I said it 10 minutes ago.
Salary.
You're right. I know.
He's not doing it for a check.
No, I mean,
he's doing
think
it because
about
he
that.
loves America.
Think about that, right? Well, I hope that you are able to influence the people on the West Coast. Keep fighting and doing what you do. It is so wonderful to talk to you. I love your passion, and I love your fight for America. We've got 1 month. 1 month to do this.
I mean, it felt like it was yesterday that we were saying 100 days.
I know.
So I would say this to the folks that are listening to us tonight. Yeah. You need to get out and vote. And you need to knock on doors, and you need to call your friends and your neighbors, because this election, it's a cliche. We say it every election as an elected official, it's the most important election. No, no, no. This one is the most important of our lifetime. America will go the wrong way if we don't work very hard. So keep fighting just like President Trump fights for us.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Thank you. So good to meet you. Give you a hug. Thank you for all your fight, and thank you for all your hard work. We appreciate you. God bless you.